Alright, today we have the Camlock Series 63. There's the key. This is a sample, as you can see there. And we're going to pick this, and I'll also show you what's inside and basically how best to defeat this. Okay. Let's bring a piece of wire. This is just a piece of binder clip that I've cut down. You can fit that in there pretty well, and this works pretty well. You'll see what this involves. Now, alright, we get a little bit of rotation. Now, it's not open yet. Basically, we want to turn it back slightly so I can push that pin in further. So that one's set, and then there's one more to set. And that should be it. Now you've got to take this out. A little bit to turn it the rest of the way, but that is picked. So I'll just show you that that's picked, and then we'll try and take this apart. You can see that's turned. You can see I've now turned it so it's completely in between positions. You can turn it further, but you'd have to pick it back. And you can pick it further positions using the wire, but you can't fit the key in there. Lock that back up. There we go. And hopefully you can see the key still works. No dramas there. Alright, I will now cut this, or at least attempt to. Yeah, okay. So I've had some pins come out there to fix that later. There's the inside of the core. This is already reminding me of the Nix picks I showed in a previous video. Okay, I'm going to focus in here. I'm going to arrange these pins. Unfortunately, we've had a few fall out. I'm not sure if... I think these are probably... Yeah, they are. They're different cuts. So I'll try not to drop the other three. But yes, for future reference, if you gut one of these, gut it like that so that you pull up the housing on the outside. So you can see there's springs. That's the tensioning position. What I'm going to do actually is... Alright, these are not going to be in order, but that doesn't really matter. As long as you can see they're all here. There are 7 of those. I'll put them back in order later. And there are 7 springs, which I'll just drop out. Yep, that'll come out fine. Oops. We'll get back to that. That was, apart from the slight sad acid there, that was actually surprisingly civilized gut. There's the plug. Yeah, so that's the plug. That seems to be it. This piece seems to fit in there. Yeah, you can't just remove that. That's stuck there. I'm guessing that's some kind of hardened drill pin. There's this, just a metal ring, which I think fits on the back there. It's just part of the spacing, I guess, depending on what length of these you get. Okay, so here are the pins. You can see they have different cuts and they each have a little fin, which is the part that I think interacts with the fence. And once again, that's the fence. So basically, when these slide down to a certain height, they will clear the grooves inside there. And that allows this lock to not require drivers, as is advertised on their website. They say this is revolutionary. It's not really. There's a lock previously to this called the Solon Nix Picks, which uses a sort of similar mechanism, although the Nix Picks is a lot cooler. It uses the same thing where the sliders interact with this set of grooves, these fences on the interior of the housing there. So that's pretty much all there is to it. I'll just see if I can do a close-up of a pin. Just unlock the focus. There we go. There's a pin. The rear is tapered, not tapered, it's narrowed to interact with the spring. And that nub there is what actually blocks the core from turning. And yeah, that's the part that actually interfaces with the key. So yes, this lock has 7 of these. This is the Camlock Series 63. If I hadn't already mentioned that. The 665 is the same thing, I think. It's just the whole thing's made out of hardened steel or something. So yeah, they advertise this as being this amazing revolutionary lock, but I mean, it's cool. It looks cool. I'll give them that. It looks cool. It's pretty durable, I think, against kind of maybe physical attacks, but it's not that difficult to pick. You just use this piece of binder clip, and I just cut it down so that it will fit in there properly without putting too much force like on the other side of this plug. So you want all the force to be in turning, which can be a little bit fiddly, but it's really not that bad. So there we go. That's the public first, I think, for the Camlock series, the Axial cam system, or whatever they call it. I'm not quite sure why it's called Axial. I think that's just some kind of buzzword they've used there, but yeah, this is the Camlock Series 63 or 65. public first, so I'm happy to bring that to you. And yeah, it's pretty neat. Thanks for watching.